On behalf of our chairman, my father, Frank Lowy, who is overseas in Europe right now, and unfortunately he's not able to be here, but he sends his best to everybody, of course, and is unbelievably thankful for Boris for joining us tonight. Thank you.
Boris Johnson is one of the most compelling and original political figures of his generation. Like Madonna and Prince, Boris has achieved global first-name recognition. If Boris had not decided to support Brexit last year, I would suggest the United Kingdom would not be leaving the European Union. He is the first Foreign Secretary of the post-Brexit era, charged with redefining the UK's engagement with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson MP, to deliver the 2017 Lowy Lecture.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Michael, and good evening, everybody. When I first came back to Britain after a year in Australia, I think I was 19 or so, it would be fair to say that I bore a pretty heavy imprint from my time in this country, and my conversation was studied with phrases like "bonza, mate," or "you little ripper." After years in the UK educational system, my infatuation with Australian dress, manners, vocabulary, and general cast of mind was so intense that I had become a kind of unconscious Les Patterson.
In 2015, you said that Donald Trump was clearly out of his mind, and you declared you would not visit New York because of the real risk of meeting Donald Trump. So my question is, what does it mean for the special relationship to have an American president who is so unpopular in the UK that he's afraid to visit?
Well, I have to say that when I met Donald Trump, he was actually extremely gracious, in spite of the remarks to which you unkindly allude. He said rather mystifyingly how often he was mistaken for me, which I thought was a low blow.
Let me ask you a serious question. There's a lot of critics who would say that under your generalship, in a way, Britain made this colossal decision to leave the European Union, really without fully thinking through all the consequences of it. And they would say that the consequences really for the next 10 years will be division and distraction as Britain tries to resolve all these complicated issues. How do you respond to that?
Well, that is certainly a view that you will hear in some quarters in the media. And look, it was a very exciting campaign, and a lot of people got very het up on either side. I'm absolutely certain that we're going to do a brilliant job of it, and we will come through this thing, with a fantastic future for the UK. And I don't want to repeat absolutely everything I said tonight, but I just think, as an example of confidence of a country that believes in itself, that a country is willing to go out into the world and do deals and make friends and trade, then here it is.
The windswept plains of Australia have certainly left a lasting impact on Boris's style. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank our special guest, Boris Johnson.
Thank you, Julie. Let me second, on behalf of the Institute, Julie's thanks to Boris Johnson for his performance this evening. Please continue the conversation, and please come and visit us in Bligh Street very soon. Thank you very much, and good evening.
What an entertaining night. I mean, he's a very seductive man, is Boris. I wasn't completely persuaded by it, but my goodness, I laughed. It was great. Fabulous night.
Well, it's always a red letter day in the calendar, the Lowy Institute annual dinner. Tonight's speaker gave the most entertaining rationalisation for a bad decision that I've ever heard.
They gave a very interesting and enjoyable speech, very humorous speech about global Britain. So a great night, and congratulations to Lowy.
It was a great night. I thought he handled all of Michael Fullilove's questions really well, and had a very sort of feisty and entertaining exchange. So from my point of view, it's been a massive success, and I'm really grateful to Lowy for staging it and for making it happen in this beautiful setting.
Engage and entertain us. It was just like a fantastic evening. Certainly I enjoyed it. It's much better than going to a theatre, isn't it?